The first report in Australia came in 2001 from a suburb in southwest Brisbane. Fire ants had infested a backyard.
Nothing like, it's just the worst animal, worst insect to have to deal with. It's it changed our whole way of life, because we spend a lot of time outdoors because we've got a warm climate, and it was just making that unbearable.
Fire ants are extremely aggressive if disturbed and will sting repeatedly. The ants earned their name because their painful sting feels like a burn.
The thing about a fire ant bite is that a fire ant bite in itself is not a bad ant bite. It's not as bad as a green ant bite. It's not as bad as a wasp sting, for instance. But there's so many of them, and they all bite you at once.
The ants are native to Argentina, where they have predators that keep them in check, but they encounter no competition when placed in a different environment, like Australia or the United States. Then they multiply, turning backyards into minefields and attacking anything that disturbs a nest.
If a cow's unfortunate enough, or a horse or any of those sorts of things, has their calf near or on a fire ant mound, the fire ants just swarm it and will just bite it. And we do know that there's deaths from fire ants of livestock. Just the constant harassment reduces their condition.
The Australian government began a program in 2001 to eradicate the pest. An initial scoping study found 100 square miles infested with nearly 65,000 fire ant nests. An area in Wacol, a suburb of Brisbane, was once ground zero for the pest and dubbed Fire Ant Hill.
Against all of these fence posts over here, there were some very big nests, and it was called Fire Ant Hill because there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of nests up here. It was just absolutely covered.
Fire Ant Hill is now clear of nests, and in the first year of the program, 75% of them were destroyed.
Invasive species tend to come in, they form a bulkhead, and then eventually they'll just explode. And we think we caught them just as they were starting to spread rapidly. So we didn't have all that much damage.
The ants are small and can look like other common ants, but there are simple ways to identify them.
The easy way for the layman without a microscope or even a magnifying glass is that the ants are different sizes. That's the thing that because to look at the ant under a magnifier and tick off the morphology, you'd be there. You have to be an expert.
My test is the aggressiveness, because there aren't any other Australian ants, well, not small ants, that are aggressive like they are.
Since 2001, the program has been a success.
We're the closest to eradication anyone has been in the world. We are finding the answers as we go.
In 2006, only 347 nests were found in southeast Queensland. In 2007, a mere 95.
It's phenomenal decline. And our challenge now is to find those last few nests, because we know the moment we find them, within a day we can kill them.
Nests are destroyed as soon as they are discovered. The nest is injected with a killing agent, then the surrounding area is baited with insect growth inhibitor.
It's sort of like the pill for the ant. It sort of stops the queen from reproducing the ants that it needs for the nest to continue, so it eventually dies out.
The ants spread through winged reproductives called alites that will fly up with a male, mate in midair, and travel up to 2 kilometers to start a new colony. That's why every nest must be destroyed.
If we miss a single nest in somebody's backyard and they don't know what it is and they're quite happy for it to sit there, you spark another epicenter of spread. So, and it puts you 1 or 2 years behind where you are until you find the next nest.
Total eradication is expected within a few years. This is Jeffrey Novich reporting.